The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayor's and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week we'll be starting off with Rick Milne in the village of Honeoye Falls. Rick, what's going on there?
Great to see you, Chris, and again, my partner, municipal officials. It's always nice to be here. For the village of Honeoye Falls, we are beginning Operation Greenlight, recognizing our veterans. The village hall and our community gazebo are shining green lights to show some ceremonial support, if you will, of our veterans and certainly our active service members throughout the Veterans Day holiday. And I'm also happy to see some local businesses and residents supporting this initiative as well. Last night on November 7th, as we're recording this, the village hosted its first public meeting to discuss fire department staffing and actions being taken by the village to ensure adequate fire service coverage for our residents, business owners, and those we serve via contractual agreements. These presentations are for information and Q&A periods to make sure we involve our community and gather their input. The next meeting will be held again at the Honeoye Falls First Presbyterian Church on North Main Street next week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. That's November 13th. This is only a step in the process that we will continue, and we fully expect, we want, and we need to involve communication with our partner municipalities in effort to gain their input, support, and agreement in any formal direction we move. I appreciate the great support we've received from residents and businesses thus far, from both Village of Honeoye Falls and Town of Mendon outside the village, residents and business owners. While we normally have complaints and concerns, moving on here, while we normally have complaints and concerns during the spring and summer months about trucks and automobile or truck drivers driving too fast through the village, we've had quite a bit of complaints over the past couple of months once again. I will be working with New York State Police and the Monroe County Sheriffs to plan more special assignments for traffic control within the village. We have a lot of development going on in the community, a lot of projects being worked on, and we simply need to be, more conscious of driving safely within the village and slowing down a little bit. We need to watch our speeds, drive at a safer level, and I just want everyone to know that we're going to be working on getting those special assignments set up. We are going to be asking the state troopers and the county sheriffs to hand out some speeding tickets if you're speeding in the village. It's not something we normally want to do, but we've really got to slow traffic down a little bit. As of this posting, Veterans Day is Monday, November 11th. There are certainly wonderful ceremonies in each community, and we hope that everyone can take time to attend one in their local area. In the village of Honeoye Falls, along with our partners in the town of Mendon, we will honor our veterans at 11 a.m. at the Four Corners in the village of Honeoye Falls for our annual ceremony led by Post 664. And I'm sure my fellow municipal leaders are going to be speaking about ceremonies that they're involved with as well. And then also for the County of Monroe, the Monroe County Veterans Day Parade is actually Saturday, November 9th. So this will have already passed as of this airing. But that parade starts in and around Highland Park, ending at Bykirk Park. It's a wonderful ceremony, and hopefully people will know about that and be able to go to that parade. And then lastly, keeping on a veterans theme, if you will, Monroe County donated some of its remaining ARPA funds, and all the ARPA funds are now designated to be donated to special groups, etc. but Monroe County donated ARPA funding nearly $500,000 to the Compeer Rochester Veterans Driving Vets program. This program hires veterans to drive other veterans veterans in need to appointments, meetings with the Veterans Outreach Center, doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, etc. And this program is going to be enhanced by hiring which has been a fully volunteer program. This program has now allowed Compeer to order or purchase 2 vehicles to use as these driving vehicles. They are hiring 2 veterans, full-time drivers, to drive the other veterans in need. So this is a really great program. We're looking forward to seeing this start, and it's a great way to use some of these remaining ARPA funds. So really today, obviously, our thanks to veterans from all the years past, and we also always honor those serving our great nation today. But again, special thanks to our vets this weekend. Thanks, Mike.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Rick. Well, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Mike, what's going on in Lima?
Hello, Chris. Thanks for having us again. Just to echo some of the things that Mayor Milne said. Yes, Operation Green Light's underway. We encourage everyone to put out a green light out in front of their house or business from now through the 16th of November. This is a program that actually started in Livingston County, spread to New York State through the New York State Association of Counties, and then nationally through the National Association of Counties. NACO has partnered with Amazon, and if you don't have a green light bulb, Amazon has tons of them. Just put Operation Green Light in on your Amazon browser, and instantly they will be there. Veterans Day here in Lima on Monday, the 11th. We will have our ceremony at the Four Corners, which involves Legion Post 282 and VFW Post 26. Immediately afterwards, the Normal will be open as sort of a warming and cheer center for the veterans and those participating and watching. Luncheon at the Legion is going to be at 12:30 for the vets and their families. Coming up on the 16th here in Lima, Lima Christian School is going to be having their annual auction at the gymnasium. The LCS auction, it's both a silent auction followed by then a live auction with all kinds of great donated items, all going for a good cause. Starts at 5:30 p.m. Livingston County did honor Fred Anthony Baracco. He is the Veteran of the Month. He is a World War II vet. Who came in and to the Board of Supervisors and said the Pledge of Allegiance and let us know a little bit about his service. He did say that he spent most of his time in service viewing the world from a crow's nest on the ship that he was on. Very interesting to talk to, but what a life he has lived. Livingston County has named November of 2024 as Adoption Awareness Month. There are a lot of adoption opportunities. People generally have no idea how many there are out there, and not just for babies and small children, but for teens as well. If you are interested in any information regarding foster parenting or adoption, please call the Livingston County Department of Social Services at 585-243-7300. And the fiber optic project here is moving along. In order to have your switching gear fully backed up and able to move data correctly, it's part of a sort of a ring. If you can imagine that, going all the way around the county of this fiber optic cable. The switching closet for Lima is here in the town hall. One connection has been made. Syracuse Utilities is bringing the second one from Dansville up through Canisius up to us, and that will complete the ring. in fairly short order. Empire Access expects to be offering service here in the village of Lima and then subsequently outside somewhere near the end of 2024 or early 2025. Lastly, the Lima Town Board did have its meeting this past week. We did pass a resolution recognizing the highway workers as part of the Teamsters Union. And we also did pass our final budget. There will be a average 10 cents a thousand increase in taxes for next year. And that's all I've got, Chris.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Over to you, John. What's moving in Mendon?
Well, for us, we're kind of moving into a quieter time of the year. I know with the holidays coming up, there's a lot of activities going on locally and for various families. There will be a public hearing on November 18th regarding the town of Mendon's final budget for 2025. The tax rate is flat. Obviously, when our residents get their bills, the 1st of January, the town taxes are included with the county taxes. Also included in that, for those of you who are in the fire protection district, the fire protection district is north of the village of Honeoye Falls. It's kind of a jagged line that runs around Pittsford Mendon Center Road. Then it goes a little, as it gets south in the town of Mendon, it gets closer to West Bloomfield Road. Those residents will see an increase in their tax for fire protection, as Mayor Milne talked about with our contract with the village of Honeoye Falls for the Honeoye Falls Fire Department to provide fire protection. We are updating our policies and procedures going into the new year, which isn't very exciting, but it is something that we do require because our fiscal year starts January 1st. We also currently and from time to time have openings on various boards, the Planning Board, the Zoning Board of Appeals, Environmental Conservation Board, Library Board of Trustees, Board of Assessment Review, and the Historic Preservation Commission. If you have any interest in any of those and you are a resident of the town of Mendon, feel free to drop me an email. I'd be more than happy to share a job description with you. And if you're interested, you can apply. And even if there isn't an opening right now, we'd like to keep some people on our so-called bench in case there's an opening and of people we already have interest. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks, John. Rick, Mike, anything more to add? Seeing none, thank you guys for being here today. And thank you all for listening or watching or whatever you do. Remember, this program airs every Sunday at 1 p.m., not 1 a.m., 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And it's on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like the page, subscribe to the channel, and those platforms will notify you when the program begins to air. Otherwise, you can read the transcript in next week's newspaper. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye for now.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.